it'll ask you to invite me. Sweet. Okay.
We're on. All right.
So you can, if you want, you can stay out here and you can introduce what's going on, or you can just come in behind me either way.
Okay. All right. In Ava, Missouri. AVA, Missouri. Hell yeah. Wesley he does audits. For-state audit is trying to file a complaint here in the city of Ava. So we'll kind of look around. It's like a normal city hall, right? Here we go. Go on inside.
There he is. Howdy. He recognizes me. Thank you, miss. Hey, how's it going?
Good, may I help you?
Maybe. So I followed up with the Missouri Post Department, which is the one that basically certifies police officers in the state of Missouri. And they told me that for evidence to be properly investigated, that I needed, if they weren't going to investigate it, or if the local PD wasn't going to talk to me or investigate it, that I needed to speak to you, the mayor, or somebody in like some sort of position of power to initiate an investigation, where you could call the state police to come down here and I could talk with them directly.
Excuse me.
It's my understanding that any kind of complaint like that, we've never done that, frankly. Now realize something, we're the only town in Douglas County. There's no other town.
Oh, this is the only city municipality?
Yeah. And there isn't any way I would want to be involved in helping file charges against the sheriff, or I feel like I'm out of place doing that.
I understand what you mean, but I just need you to initiate it as far as making or having them come here to talk to me. And then the state police officer is the one that would take the complaint, not you. But the Missouri Post, they basically said that unless somebody, initiates it for me, that it's not going to be taken seriously. And I have video evidence of him grabbing my stuff and trying to jerk it out of my hands. And he won't, release the body cam footage. And they told me to go to the prosecuting attorney. And I went to him and he said, well, you got to go get it from them. And then they said, well.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you, I feel out of place doing that.
So do you know, because I don't think the prosecuting attorney is going to do it. Obviously, I'm going to go visit with him next and see if he will. But if.
Can I ask a question real quick?
Sure.
If it does, we're all citizens here in America, right? You're a citizen, aren't you?
Well, I consider myself one.
Okay. And the sheriff is a citizen, right?
Most of the time.
So,
Yes,
so if we really want accountable people and accountable actions from our public, wouldn't the accountable thing be for you to step up and when somebody did something against the law to hold them accountable, even if it's the sheriff or even if it's your wife or your child or anyone?
Well, that sounds like the thing to do. But in reality, I have to live here.
Right.
So what do you think will happen to you if you do that? You're saying you have to live here, so you're acting like something.
What I'm saying is I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, because you fear repercussion. Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying that I live here and I live with the sheriff and I live with David Overcast and I live with people who work in the sheriff's office.
So you fear repercussion.
And where,
Would they make your life more difficult if you turned this in?
That's not it.
Oh,
maybe
well, I'm
like
misunderstanding.
That's not it, and you're trying to get me.
Is it-
I'm not. That's not true.
Maybe it's like just the opinion of the locals.
I'm just telling you that as mayor, I don't feel right about getting involved in something like that.
Then who else would you turn to?
Now, just hold it a minute now. I just think that's outside of what
Outside of your scope.
I'm here to do.
Okay.
Yeah, I do. I don't. If something's happened, I'll have to leave that up to you to take care of it. I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah,
I feel way out of place doing that.
I understand what you're saying. It's just like as a citizen, you know, we only have so much
I know, and
ability.
I don't have the answer for you.
So all we can do is just go to our locals that represent us. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So this is just part of the process. Of course, I had to come ask you.
But that's where I am on it.
Yeah, I understand your stance.
I don't feel good about doing that.
No, I understand.
I
your
wouldn't
stance.
either.
No.
My grandpa was a mayor. So,
Yeah,
I actually do have some empathy for your position, but I have it in a different way. So what you're doing is allowing it, and you're letting it happen. If you want these things to stop and you want accountable people, you stand up and you hold people accountable.
Who
We have a
else?
difference of opinion.
Accountable police build accountable communities.
Who else could I, speak with to begin an investigation? Because he's going to investigate himself, and he already told me on camera, that he's like, well, yeah, I touched your camera, trying to downplay it, like he didn't just try to yank my stuff out of my hand. I mean, if I had tried to yank his camera off of his person, I mean, I'm sure I would have been in jail.
I'm just not going to get involved in that.
Okay.
I don't want to be involved in that, and I understand.
So are you going to step down as mayor then? Because it is the mayor's job to hold accountability for the city.
Listen, if you're going to talk to me, you let me talk, please.
It was just a question.
I don't like to be interrupted.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, you can talk. I'm not trying to keep him going.
He understands what you mean.
Yeah. I just feel like that's outside of what I should be doing as mayor.
Yeah, your scope of power.
Yeah.
It's just that's the Missouri Post who certifies the police officers. They actually directed me to you if the prosecuting attorney wasn't going to help me.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to make sure I was
Well, the
not.
prosecuting attorney is someone who has real authority.
Well,
And I don't. You're talking about me getting involved with highway patrol and so forth. And
well, yeah, the state.
Yeah, and that's outside my purview.
Yeah.
I feel, and so therefore I'm not going to get involved in it. And it's not a matter of what happened or what's right or wrong.
Yeah, they just said because it's a multi department issue. The fact that my car got sprayed by the OC spray, by the local police, which is something totally separate. And then, DeGacy or what? How do you pronounce his last name? DeGace. Okay. Chris DeGace. And then Chris DeGace driving my camera. They said that it'd be hard for the sheriff, to investigate himself and for it to not be, an unbiased.
Well, he's not going to do that.
Because he said that they were investigating, and then whenever I went to the prosecuting attorney, he said, "Well, we don't even know anything about it until they're done with their investigation." And then the prosecuting attorney said, then he decides if he's going to press criminal charges against DeGace.
Well, to me that sounds awkward, but to me I think that's
The process that's in this area. Okay.
Can I ask
you go to school at Kansas?
No, well, okay, so I was going to go to KU, but I kind of got homesick just on my weekend going over there to see if I could. Yeah, and so I ended up going to MSSU, and I went to PSU a little bit as well.
Missouri Southern?
Yeah, Missouri Southern State University.
My
And
son graduated from Missouri Southern, but my wife is a KU graduate. So
oh, really?
yeah.
What did she go for?
Well, she was there for drama because of the drama department, and then switched over before she graduated into English.
See,
She retired from here as high school librarian.
that's what I was getting my degree in literature. So yeah, I loved English.
Yeah, got everything. Got her hands on.
It's awesome.
Yep.
I'm sure she still reads.
Can I ask a quick question?
You might.
So when you had your inauguration day or whatever they have here for you, did you take an
I'm a
oath?
little hard hearing.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Did you take an oath at all when you took the position of mayor?
Certainly did.
So you took an oath against enemies, foreign and domestic, and to stand up for the people? Is that correct?
I don't know that I took such an oath like that. I don't know what the oath was. I just swore to do my job.
Okay. And what's the spec like? Because I think your job is to take care of the people of the city, but I don't know what you think your job is. So what do you think your job is?
Well, I think that's correct.
To enforce the Constitution.
You're getting a little bit out of my. Don't stretch my ability too far.
I told you he was a straight shooter.
Yeah. Don't let your ambitions overshoot your abilities, right?
My cousins say, don't let your mind get out ahead of your body.
Yeah.
That's probably good advice.
And what was your
It is
name?
good advice. And as
Hey,
you get older, you need to say that more often.
my name's Barry Wingfield.
Barry, David Norman, Barry.
David Norman, good to meet you.
Well, David, we're gonna get out of your hair. I appreciate your time, sir. Thank you for
Thank you.
Thank you for your honesty, sir.
Good luck.
Thanks.
So we get the honesty, but we don't get the help that we were told that we could.
Well, I mean, I think he was as honest as he could be. I'm trying to flip my screen around here. See if I can get my... Where do I flip my screen? It's not letting me.
Kind of click on the thing, and then oh no, not like that.
It's just giving me... All right.
I don't know. Was it not at the bottom?
Let's go more.
There it is.
Okay. Here we go. All right. How y'all doing?
Hi, pretty good. How are you?
I'm living the dream.
Oh, sorry.
So I flipped it around this way.
Is it on front page?
There goes the oath guilt trip. Failed. That's funny. Yeah. So, we're in there. I mean, the mayor doesn't really know what he's supposed to do here. He's in a tough spot. You know, we're trying to hold true accountability, be true conservatives, not like Lou here is trying to play. True conservatives hold the Constitution to their heart and they keep it there. True conservatives are conservative with everything that they do. True conservatives don't go out there supporting people that are destroying our Constitution and running over people's rights. That's not a true conservative. You are an imposter. But, anywho, we'll keep going on. We're going to go to the prosecuting attorney's office, see if the prosecuting attorney will take this. It's just showing lack of leadership here in Missouri. We don't have great leaders out in front of us showing us how to be accountable, just like that mayor showed us. He's trying to do the job to the best of his ability, but if he turns in the sheriff, well, he makes a bunch of enemies, just like the lawyers told me in Joplin. They don't want to turn anybody in. They don't want to change the system because they make money off of it. They ain't going to bite the hand that feeds them, people. Come on. All right. We are at the next place. Gotta get me a drink here. And moving along.
Stop number dove.
Here we go. I gotta flip my camera around. You can't see my pretty face no more, sorry. And we'll go in here. And we'll see what happens this time. Somebody's gotta stand up for the Constitution and the rights of the people at some point, wouldn't they?
Might as well be us.
I mean, we are what the government is here for. Government is predicated. I mean, we are what the government is here for. Government is predicated. I mean, we are what the government is here for. Government is predicated on people. Say no camera. Okay. Oh, shoot. Gotta set my stuff down here. Oh, I got some coins in my pocket. Did I make it?
You made it.
Oh my gosh, I'm in.
That's 2 in a row.
2 in a row. Yeah. We're doing all right today, I guess. Thank you, sir. Sure. Yeah. We're doing all right today, I guess. Thank you, sir. Sure. Dude, this floor is awesome.
Hold on one second there.
Yeah.
Is your guys' county assessor related sheriff, the Gase.
How are they related? Oh, that's his wife. Okay. Well, that's interesting. That's an interesting knowledge to know. I wonder how many townships and cities in the Missouri area have all this fraternization. It's hard to hold accountability with your people when you're related to them.
I talked to, well, I was talking to the prosecuting attorney, I think, the other day, and I spoke with the Missouri Post, the people who certify police officers, and they told me, I explained to them the situation that I was in, and they basically said that I should come in and see if the prosecuting attorney or the mayor will request the state police coming over here so I can file a proper police report. He said it needs to come from somebody in the city.
The city, you don't go to City Hall. We don't handle city tickets.
Yeah, it's not a ticket, it's an officer that grabbed my gimbal and my phone and tried to rip it out of my hand.
That was the sheriff.
Yeah, that was the sheriff.
So you already know about it?
Well, yeah.
I think you were here whenever I was explaining.
Oh.
Right?
Well, yeah, we know about it. He's already been in my office once.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So
How's the
I told
investigation?
the Post that either the prosecuting attorney or the mayor could request the state police to come out and take my.
Okay, so I don't make requests for investigative purposes. The sheriff has that call. If you believe a crime was committed inside the city, you talk to the city police, you go to City Hall, or
But-
the state of the city.
Yeah, because you know that they won't talk to me though, right?
I already say with that. The city is handled by somebody else.
Have you passed the Missouri bar exam?
Yes, I have.
Okay. I was just making sure. I mean, you should know the law better than what he would because he hasn't. So you should know the law better. You should know that a sheriff can't do an investigation on himself. You should know that if the police will not let him in to put in a complaint because they trespassed him, we have an issue, right? Would you agree with that or no?
I believe that you've misstated the situation that we're dealing with.
Oh, then explain it better to me.
No,
Why not?
I don't give legal advice.
You don't have to give legal advice, but you are a prosecuting attorney.
I am the prosecuting attorney of Douglas County. Yes, I am.
Okay. So wouldn't that mean you would have to look into things that are turned into you or things that are given to you that could be against the law?
So here's the fun part. I don't do investigations. I'm not post-certified. I am not a law enforcement officer. I'm the prosecuting attorney. What that means is a post-certified law enforcement officer will complete a probable cause statement or an investigative report and will turn it over to me. I will make a decision about whether or not charges need to be filed.
How do we get one here to do that? Because we'd like to do it with you here.
You don't do it with me here. That's not my job.
Why can't we?
Because that's not my job.
Well, we just want to make sure that everybody's being upfront and honest and they're actually having transparency, which we're not getting because he's requested things through FOIA requests and they're not following FOIA or sunshine laws. So how do we get you and your people that give you all your information to follow the law?
If you believe crimes have been committed, you need to report them. Other than that,
They were, and they're not being pursued. They're not being taken serious. They're being laughed at. They lock up the police station. They do all these things to not take a report. So how do we get accountability from you and your people?
I don't have people. My people are the three of us in this room. That's my people.
Okay.
I'm the prosecuting attorney. I'm not the sheriff. I'm not the chief of police. I'm the prosecuting attorney.
So the Missouri Post investigator told me that I could have you reach out to the state police or the mayor reach out to the state police. The mayor says that he doesn't want to do it because he feels like it's not in his scope of what he should be doing, even though Missouri Post obviously says that it needs to come from somebody in a position of authority, which would be either you or the mayor.
Okay. I'm not an investigatory agency.
Yeah, I don't need you to investigate. I just need you to contact the agency.
Call the
come
people
and
to do the
investigate.
investigation. Call the state police to do the
I don't
investigation.
make that call.
You can. You can have that. You have that right to
Yeah,
do
'cause
that.
Missouri
You're choosing
Post
not to.
investigator specifically told me you can.
One at a time. One at a time.
Okay, so Missouri Post told me that you
So
absolutely
I'm glad
can't.
that the agency that is, the independent agency that is responsible for deciding who gets to be law enforcement officers is telling you what a prosecutor can or cannot do. They're not right.
So you can't call the Missouri State
I
Police
have
for
no
me?
authority to order an investigation. I
But
react
you don't
to
have-
investigations that are completed.
So I need to report the crime, so I could just call 911 right now and report it.
If you call 911 in this area, you'll be redirected to our dispatch. We don't have a 911.
So what does it go back to the sheriff who won't?
The sheriff's department is who our primary investigatory agency is.
Right, which is why Missouri Post told me that you guys needed to reach out to the state agency.
Oh, clever, aren't they?
Yeah.
You can't investigate yourself, so you have to reach out and have somebody else do it. So somebody's got to do that. Is it the sheriff? Is it
I just
you?
need
Is
you
it the
to
mayor?
I just need you to initiate
I'm not-
the investigation for me so that I can file a report with
I
the
do
police.
not, I don't have anything to.
I'm trying to provide you legal
Okay,
advice,
that's
sir.
enough. I'm talking to him. Shut your mouth or get out of my office. That's your call.
Is it?
You are asking me to launch an investigation. I don't have the authority to launch an investigation.
The-
If you believe a crime has been committed, there are certain steps you need to take. I don't know whether you've taken them or not. I know
Well,
you've been in my office twice, and then you were online outside this police station. I
Well-
don't know what other steps you've taken.
like I said whenever I was here the other day, that whenever I went in, I tried to file a complaint, and they sent the person who I was complaining on, the sheriff, out to take the complaint on himself.
Okay.
And then he ended up walking away from me, and
Well, if the conversation went the way it's gone with us, I understand why.
why?
Because you don't get to the point.
Well, the point is that I want to file charges of assault on him.
Like I said before, we had this conversation before.
You can't file charges because
You
you're.
don't file charges, you make a complaint. The
Well-
prosecutor chooses to file charges, whether it's the municipal prosecutor because it's a misdemeanor or an infraction, or the county prosecutor because it's a misdemeanor or a felony. Yes?
May I ask a question now?
Sure.
So you're the prosecutor and he's complaining. So why aren't you getting somebody here that could do the investigation so that you can look at the evidence and decide? Wouldn't that be the way to handle the situation?
I need to speak to a state police officer, please.
So like I said, I don't launch investigations. Let me
Nobody-
say this.
Nobody asked you to. He told you. No, I didn't. I asked you to call the person that will launch the investigation. Call the state police and say, hey, I've got a citizen here that says the sheriff broke the law. We need somebody to look into this. This is actually how it's supposed to work. We're trying to work with you.
No, you're not.
Well, we went to the mayor. The mayor said he won't.
Okay. I have no
You're
authority.
basically saying you won't either and blaming it on something that's made up in your mind.
What I'm telling you is there's a protocol to follow. It is not being followed. Until such time as the protocol is followed, we're done.
Okay. So when he's gone to the police and he tried to turn it in and they won't take it. When he's gone to the sheriff and he tried to turn it in and the only person that would talk to him was the exact person that did it and basically tried to get him to come in the back room with him alone. You're telling me that we don't have an issue? That sounds like you're trying to be, you're not trying to look at it with much cognition. You're trying to live in a bureaucratic world where everything has to follow a bureaucratic system, but you know of a crime that happened and you're not even trying to help a citizen.
So what I will say is this. We do live in a bureaucratic system. There are a set of rules. All of us have to abide by those rules. I'm asking you to abide by those rules. So far what I'm hearing is you don't wish to abide by those rules. You wish to exist outside of those rules. That's not how this is done.
So if you know of a crime and somebody tells you of a crime, it isn't your responsibility to turn it in as a prosecuting attorney, as a member of the bar. It isn't your responsibility to turn that in.
So, two separate statements there.
Well,
Two separate
you can answer them both
statements.
separately.
No, the Missouri Bar has absolutely no obligation to report crime.
No honesty.
If I see a crime in progress, I will call law enforcement to report a crime in progress. I have not seen a crime in progress.
Would you like to see the video?
I've seen the video. It's on your website.
It wasn't in progress. Oh, so you've seen his website.
I have.
That's good. But you don't feel that was a crime?
No, I've not seen one.
Oh.
Grabbing
Okay.
someone else's stuff and breaking it is not a crime.
I did not see a break.
Oh, do you have your
He was in
gimbal?
there with it just the next day, so it must not have been broke too bad.
So you're saying that I can't use something that is still not working the way that it was when I bought it.
I don't know that it's not working. You're making conclusions and telling me it's an investigation. I'm telling you I need
You're
facts.
you're saying that I'm making a conclusion based off of what the actual facts of the situation is. You're actually just saying that I'm a liar is all you're saying.
No, I'm saying that
No,
I
that's
don't
literally
know.
no. You're saying that what I'm saying isn't a fact. You saw him reach out and
Actually, I'm
grab.
telling you right now, I've watched the video, I've watched it a couple times because of what you were saying last time.
Uh-huh.
You don't actually see him reach out. You see on camera, you see you approaching him on camera, and then you see the
So are you
lights
gonna
turn.
give me my body cam footage that I requested?
Ooh, there we
It's an open
go.
investigation. You said you wanted
So I
an
can't
investigation
get
launched.
it. So I can't
Oh.
get it.
No, you cannot.
Who's doing this investigation?
I don't know. I just don't know.
Who determines whether or not I get it?
How do you know it's open if you don't know who's doing the investigation?
How do I determine?
You asked me if you could have it, I told you it's an open investigation. That's how you determine it's an open investigation. You asked me and I told you it's an open investigation.
Who's
If it were not an
investigating?
open investigation, you would be entitled to the footage.
Can I have an incident number? Or do you
I don't
have
have
it
an
yet?
incident number to give you if I had
How
it.
does he know it's an open investigation then?
Did you talk to the police or the sheriff yet? I think I told you that
Yeah.
they had told me that it was under investigation.
Yes.
I just don't feel
That
like.
came from you. So
Yeah,
if it's not true, then it came from you.
But well, you also just said that you spoke with them too.
I
So
have.
so you do know that
So he's not.
by their words that it's an investigation, not just mine.
Correct.
Because you were just saying that if that's incorrect, then that would be my words.
Well, you have used the word that it was an open investigation. I'm
Right.
using your words.
Okay, but you also were using his words because you said that you had spoken to them.
I have spoken to them.
Okay, good. I just wanted to make
So
sure.
they told you this is an open investigation? The sheriff's office
Yes.
or the police? Which one?
This was sheriff's office.
Sheriff's office, okay. But you
No
have,
complaint has ever been filed.
I didn't think it had been.
Well, I wasn't going to file a complaint with the person I was complaining on. What?
I mean, we can go do that.
Hold on.
We can go do that right now if that's what you're
That's what I'm
suggesting.
about to do now that I've got.
But if
somebody
we
else
get
waiting,
assaulted or if we get something like that or arrested, this was what you suggested. We got to go to the person that did it in the first place and do this all over again.
So understand how Missouri law works.
Okay.
We're gonna go back there, okay? The sheriff is the chief law enforcement officer of the county. If you believe a crime was committed in the county, you go to the sheriff.
What if the sheriff did it?
Let me finish.
Because there's other laws, bylaws that are beyond that law.
If you're not going to let me finish, our conversation is done.
I will let you finish, but you're trying to allude to something that, yes, that is a law, but there's more laws behind it that say if the sheriff did something, then somebody else has to look into it. So go ahead. Yes, sir.
If you'll ever allow someone to speak and be done speaking, 95% of your questions get answered. Otherwise, all you're doing is trying to cause a problem. It's always wonderful when that comment is being made behind the camera.
You don't want me to speak, but then you'd say something to want me to make me speak. Come on now.
Trust me, there's no stopping you from speaking.
Isn't there?
No.
Because you're standing behind crazy justifications that aren't even real. And you're making up a scenario that's not even real to defend your city instead of defending the people against the sheriff.
I don't have a city. I have no affiliation with the city of Ava, other than the fact
Who,
that I freaking
who
live here.
pays you?
The county.
Okay.
I'm the county prosecutor.
Okay, so then the county.
city prosecutor is another gentleman you'll have to go talk to. It's not me.
And the sheriff is the county as well.
Where is
Okay.
the sheriff the city prosecuting attorney?
His name is Larry Terrell. You'll get a hold of him at City Hall. He's part-time.
He's at City Hall.
Well, his association with the city is at City Hall. He has a private
Like his
law firm.
office. Okay, so does he operate out of his law firm or does he operate out of the city hall, even just part time?
Yes. The answer is yes. He operates out both.
Both. Okay. Well, the reason why I was asking is they've got a prosecuting attorney in Columbus, Kansas, that she doesn't have an office in the city hall itself. She operates out of her house.
So there's a clerk at City Hall that would be able to get a hold of the city prosecutor for you.
And then-
I
okay.
doubt he's physically there.
Okay, that's fair.
The clerk is at City Hall.
That's fair. So they, yeah.
What
So,
you do is you make a complaint with the sheriff's office, whether it's the sheriff himself, whether it's a deputy he assigns. They will make a determination as to whether or not there is a conflict of interest for the act you're describing. If there is a conflict of interest, they will contact an outside agency to do that investigation. Now, whether that's the state police, whether it's a neighboring sheriff's office that is in a cooperation agreement to handle those issues, that's up to the sheriff to make that decision. I don't have the authority to call in an investigative agency unless the sheriff says, I'm not going to. I will tell you, we have cooperation agreements. They will call an outside agency in to do it. But you have to make a complaint. Because until there is a complaint in writing, there's nothing to launch an investigation over. So when you left the other day, without filling out the form to make a complaint, there was nothing to forward to another agency.
Well, he had said that it was already under investigation.
Correct. We investigate things all the time. We can't forward them to another agency until we know there's a conflict of interest. We don't know there's a conflict of interest until we have the complaint in writing.
He wouldn't. Well, no, that you guys can accept verbal complaints as well.
We do not.
Well, not you, but they do.
Not very often.
That
Very rarely.
if somebody verbalizes that a police officer assaulted them, then that is definitely a verbal complaint that should be taken seriously.
I believe that.
Policy is in writing.
Policy.
So your police,
Well, they don't follow their policies.
Hold on.
No, they absolutely
your
don't.
police
They
will
absolutely-
not take a verbal complaint.
Our policy is not to. There are exceptions to that because of exigent circumstances that are required to be acted upon. Obviously, someone in immediate distress, they will respond, but they're going to want something in writing.
What? Well, wait a minute now. That's that kind of. What's the state law on that? Like
There isn't, to be honest.
if the sheriff is told of a crime,
Yep, they will respond, but they're going to want a written statement.
want
There's a difference between.
want or require.
They're going to require it, but there's a difference between responding to a crime in progress and investigating a crime already committed.
What about people that don't know how to write?
We get them help.
So then somebody else.
And investigating a crime already committed.
What about people that don't know how to write?
We get them help.
So then somebody else.
And investigating a crime already committed.
What about people that don't know how to write?
We get them help.
So then somebody else is writing a report translated by them, which the sheriff could do himself. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. Like if somebody puts in a verbal complaint.
You can not like the policies all you want.
Well,
You
I'm
don't
just-
like the policies, vote for a different person in office.
I don't think the policy is constitutional is what I'm telling you. I think that if somebody puts a complaint in verbally or written, it should be taken seriously no matter what.
No one said they're not taken seriously.
You kind of did because you
No,
said,
She said that there's no complaint filed.
Correct.
Yeah.
At this point, there is no written complaint filed, and there's
But
no
there-
active crime in progress.
Well, there's no written complaint, but I did submit a complaint, and I, definitely verbalized that, and since you've seen my page, that you know that he's the one that came out to take my complaint, and they actually had this video removed. Whoever, I don't know if it was you specifically that reported it, but it was a bunch of people that reported it for harassment. And what's funny about that video is, he starts walking away from me. He puts his hand up in my face, and he starts walking away. And he's trying to talk over me the whole time, and then he ends up closing the door and he ends up closing the blinds.
He's the one who's
You know what I mean? So
she's back there saying he's
refusal of
antagonizing.
service seems like, how will I submit a complaint if he's closing up the front window and access to?
Did they not give you forms?
No, they gave me forms, which is why
Fill
I
them out.
fill them out. And you're positive that they're gonna actually look into it.
Oh, absolutely. The moment they see that you're making an accusation against the sheriff, they will
Well,
contact an outside agency.
Well, there was already a
to
moment.
investigate.
There was already a moment because I've already verbalized it. They know, and he knows because he's the one that did it.
Like I said, it's not an active crime in progress. It's going to have to be in writing. There's no exigency as to why it would not be in writing. If you're unwilling to put it in writing, then we're probably not going to proceed on it.
Well, I'll probably put it in writing for you if that's what you guys are requiring,
That is
because you guys won't take a verbal.
That is what we're going to require for a non-active crime in progress.
I mean, you realize that you guys are totally embarrassing your county, right?
I realize that we're trying the best we can to handle two people that are utterly unreasonable.
How is me getting assaulted unreasonable? And me wanting, and me, how am I being unreasonable whenever all I want is accountability? How is that unreasonable?
Like I said.
No, you tell me right now. How is that?
Get out of my office.
You get out of your office.
Get out of my office.
You get out of your office.
I'm telling you one last time. Get out of my office.
Don't get up in my face.
Get out of my
Don't
office.
get up in my face. I'm having a conversation. You said I'm being unreasonable. I'm asking how
He
I'm
asked
being
a
unreasonable.
question.
Exit my office,
Tell
or
me.
you will be removed.
No, I won't.
Call in. That's enough.
Yeah, you're enough. Yeah, you're intimidating me with a gun in your head?
I wear a gun like it.
You're intimidating me with a gun in your head.
I wear a gun.
You're intimidating me with a gun in your head?
I'm not gonna.
He did walk up on you in a threatening manner. He did walk up on you in a threatening manner, holding his hand back there, waiting to pull it. So yeah, that is kind of threatening. That is not right.
No. No, we're not. I want you to answer that question. You're gonna say that I'm unreasonable. I want you to tell me how me being assaulted and wanting treatment and wanting accountability, how that's unreasonable.
Okay, we'll lay it out one more time. I told you, make it in writing, make it at the sheriff's office, it will be handled. You're refusing to do so.
No, I'm not. I just said I would. You don't listen.
Yeah,
Then why aren't you doing it?
Well, I just said I would.
because you made a statement and he asked you to stand behind it.
Because I want accountability for your guys' bullshit ass, pussy ass sheriff.
Get out of my office. We're done. We're done.
What? I can't redress my grievances?
You're not going to cuss in my office.
I can say whatever the fuck I want.
Now it's
What?
Get out. Now.
No, it's not.
What happened to freedom of speech?
I have
What?
freedom of speech.
What happened to freedom of speech? You should know that. You took the bar, didn't you? You took the bar. You should know freedom of speech, don't you?
I do know freedom of speech. I also know there's no freedom to cuss.
There isn't? Really? Isn't that just speech?
You're gonna be disbarred, dude.
Yeah. No freedom to cuss. That's the most ignorant thing I've ever heard an attorney say.
You are not.
Whatever. You don't have freedom to cuss. Oh,
I already called 911, dude. State police, waiting for the call back. Refusal of service, unprofessional, won't investigate. You're gonna look like a toad.
wait, were you asking him to leave or me to leave? I wasn't sure which one. For me to leave? So I'm still welcome?
I don't care if you're offended. I don't care about your feelings. How's that sound?
Uh-oh. Are they feelings enforcement or law enforcement? We're wondering.
Pretty sure it says that there's no weapons allowed on the door.
No what?
I think it says there's no weapons allowed.
Missouri statute on prosecuting attorney and
Oh, are you?
yes.
That doesn't make any sense.
What kind of life do you live that you believe that you need that? Like, where do you hang out? Where do you hang out that you think that somebody's going to come attack you at the
I
courthouse?
would probably carry one too, yeah.
I wouldn't. I don't carry one
He
now.
lives in a county where a sheriff is going to assault people, so.
Well, that's true. And then he's gonna try to blame them for the sheriff assaulting him. True. I guess that would build the wrong kind of audience.
I'm still waiting for you to answer my question. It's a little bit down here.
Got all the answers you need.
So you're just gonna make a statement that's not true, and then you're gonna get mad at me for cussing, and you're gonna try to call the cops on me for cussing.
Told you to leave my office. You refused.
I have you made a statement about me, and I asked a question, and then you approached me with your gun on your head.
I've been with gun on my head the entire time.
No, I didn't.
But
see
you
it.
didn't approach him in an aggressive manner until then.
Well, why did I see it then?
Because I turned around. I didn't just suddenly materialize on my left hip. It's been here the whole time. It was here the last time you were here.
Was it?
Yes.
Well, you didn't show it to me then.
It's in the same spot it was then.
Well, you showed it to me this time, didn't you?
I have not showed it to you.
Then how did I see it?
Because you saw it. I took no affirmative action for you to see it. You simply saw it.
You didn't. You said you turned, just then I saw it.
I did. I turned around.
So I saw it because you're acting. All I'm doing is just asking a question, right?
I told you what you need to do. You're refusing to do it.
No, I didn't. I said I would go do it, but I want to know how I'm.
Oh,
how
Lou,
I'm
you're so
doing this
cute.
Because I want.
I'm glad you're watching.
There's plenty of video about why you're ridiculous, sir. That's enough.
What?
So that's enough.
No, what did you say before that?
So there's plenty of video of you being ridiculous. Enough's enough.
There's plenty of me. There's plenty of me being ridiculous.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is ridiculous a misdemeanor or a felony?
Neither. It's not
Oh, okay. I was just wondering.
Well, I think that you're totally unreasonable, and I also think that you should not be a lawyer if you don't think that somebody can cuss. Watch. Fuck, shit, damn, cock. I can say whatever I want. It's called freedom of speech. Grow the fuck up.
You want your door shut?
I got it. Don't worry.
Okay. Thanks for your time, guys.
You're welcome.
Oh, here's the base. Oh my gosh, they're bringing a whole army here? Over me saying the bus?
All right,
I didn't. He said that I didn't do anything. Okay. Where do you want my camera, man? This is said that I didn't do anything. Okay. Where do you want my camera, man? This is. I'm sorry, dude. I'm not trying to. I'm sorry, dude. I'm not trying to. He said I wasn't trespassed. He said he didn't ask me to leave because I didn't cuss. I got it on the video if you guys would like to see it.
Don't let them take me, please. Sir, please don't let them. Take me, please. Sir, please don't let them. Please don't.
Dude.
I'm walking normal. I'm walking like normal.
Can you ask prosecutor? I didn't. Wow. Can you ask the prosecuting attorney? Because he asked us to leave. I walked out in the hall. I then asked him if I had to leave, and he said you didn't cuss. So can you ask the prosecuting attorney about it?
The Missouri police. I already called the state police. Dude. Call whoever you want. No, they're calling me back. They're waiting on a call back. Yep, waiting on the call back, dude. What's your last? What's that like?
Cover your name and badge number.
I'm Deputy Deering, 290.
Deering 290.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Let me see what the deal is with him.
Hey. He told me I wasn't trespassed.
Okay,
So.
I'm gonna find out, okay?
All right. Thank you. I would like names and badge numbers too, though, if I could, please.
Get his ID and everything.
Get your ID on you.
I don't, actually. I can give you my name, though. Barry, Barry. Last name is Wingfield. Wingfield. That's a W.
Okay. Middle initial.
W.
Date of birth.
I'm on a live. So I'll give it to you here. Ready?
You don't want to broadcast all of our information live.
I don't
You don't want your own personal
I don't
stuff
give your
live.
birthday out. I don't give your birthday out.
Isn't that kind of a... Lieutenant Dwayne Butterworth. My badge number is 414.
Thank you.
I'm part of the Ava Police Department.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
290.
Well, I guess you're investigating a crime, so yeah, I'd probably have to ID. How y'all doing up there? She's just smiling at me.
Last name Wingfield, William Ida, Nora George, Frank Ida, Edward, Lincoln David. First name Barry,
Hey.
Yeah.
Please don't let him take me. Is this the user's car?
No, you need to roll the window back up.
Is this, oh,
Roll it up.
I can't reach it.
Well, how'd you get it down?
It was my nose.
It was my
No,
nose.
to get it up.
Sir, please
You can figure out how to do one thing, you figure out how to do the other.
This isn't his car, is it?
Wingfield, William Ida, Nora George, Frank Ida, Edward, Lincoln David.
How long have you been a police officer?
This is going on 11 years.
11 years?
Yep.
Do you enjoy it?
Every day.
Awesome. That's cool. So you try to do your best for the people?
For our community, yes I do.
For your community?
Yep.
Not for America? I try to do...
My community, not in America.
What?
It's my community, not in America.
It is.
Okay then, you answered your own question.
Oh, good. See? So it's America we're for. The Constitution.
Two of them. Yeah, that's in 1 year.
What did he say now?
What do you say?
The prosecuting attorney, because I already got it recorded where he said that
They're in
they
there
didn't
talking to
ask
him.
me to leave.
They're in there talking to him.
They're the big ones. Of course, he's the executive officer.
Did he confirm that he didn't ask me to leave?
Yeah, they said they asked you to leave. They said you didn't leave.
That I didn't?
Yeah, you're going to jail too.
Oh, what?
There you go.
I have it on
You got a
video.
car?
Sure do.
All right,
If
you
you
got
want
it
to
here?
stop, yeah, I got it on there.
All
If you
right,
want to see it,
We look at it up there.
You want to look at it where? We'll have to get out of this. If you want to take my handcuffs off, I can show it to you where he told me that he didn't ask me to leave because I didn't cuss. On the video, he said he didn't ask me to leave because I didn't cuss. I was already outside
So
of
is
the
this
room.
running live on TikTok?
It is.
Okay, so
But it
is
was outside of the room when I said that because I wanted to make sure because I didn't want to be trespassed.
Okay.
So I know the trespassing laws. So I stepped out and I asked him, "Were you talking to him or me?" And he said, "You didn't cuss, so I don't have any reason to ask you to leave." It was right on the live.
Okay.
So I can show it to you so that you can see that right now. If
What
you'd
did you
like.
guys come down here in? Where are you at? Where are you parked at?
I don't remember
One
where.
white car is over here, Sheriff.
Okay. Then you guys come down together?
I rode with him. Yes.
Okay. All right. Tell you what.
He asked me to come with him to
Okay.
help.
Where are you from?
I live in Webb City.
Okay.
But he just asked me to help so
Okay.
that he could have somebody else
Okay.
record it.
I'll tell you what I'll do.
And I'm not trying to. I'm
You're
not
fine.
trying
Tell you
to.
what, you're gonna hop in that vehicle. I'm gonna send this phone with this officer when we get up there at the office. You
Can
and I
I
are gonna
stay
sit.
with my phone, please?
Yeah, I'm gonna send
No,
the phone. I'm gonna send the phone with you.
Sir.
Sheriff. All right.
Sheriff. Hey.
I'm gonna send the phone with this officer here.
Okay.
Your phone's gonna be with it. What are you in?
Mine over there.
But it was.
Okay.
I mean, it's
You
on
take
there.
it.
I asked
Okay.
him.
I want to watch it with you.
Okay.
Okay.
Perfectly fine.
When I get up there, just take him up there, sit with him. He doesn't get booked in yet until I look at this. I want to see this. Okay.
This is my
How
phone.
do I
Can
stop that?
Well, we can just leave it going
I'm not gonna.
Until we get
You can't
there.
record in the jail.
in the jail. Oh well, I don't need. Why do I need to go to the jail? If
That's
I'm
where
not
you're going
booked
right now.
in?
And we're gonna look at this. That's
Can I just take
intake.
his keys and follow you guys there with
No.
the car?
No, because the prosecutor has said something, and I want to look and make sure it's there. He's already said
Oh,
he
he
asked you to
said
leave.
something?
He said you already asked you to leave. Yes.
Oh.
No, because the prosecutor has said something, and I want to look and make sure it's there. He's already said
Oh,
he
he
asked you to
said
leave.
something?
He said you already asked you to leave. Yes.
Oh.
No, because the prosecutor has said something, and I want to look and make sure it's there. He's already said
Oh,
he
he
asked you to
said
leave.
something?
He said you already asked you to leave. Yes.
Oh.
No, because the prosecutor has said something, and I want to look and make sure it's there. He's already said
Oh,
he
he
asked you to
said
leave.
something?
He said you already asked you to leave. Yes.
Oh.